Hey everyone, and welcome to a serious edition of the Gare Bear Review, going into the tragedy of the tsunami in the film The Impossible, starting with, you guessed it, the storyline. It was very fluent throughout the film. It was very solid. It didn't stray away from the point that it was a true story, which is what it is. It was a true story of the tsunami hitting and destroying an island, and I was glad to see that um, they split the storylines because the mother and her son were separated from the father and the other two sons, and then they came together in the end. Well, they in the middle, I should say, but whatever. Um, I enjoyed that part because sometimes movies don't show one part of the story, which kind of pisses me off, and you don't know the other half, and the way you do that is with good writing and good direction, which this is what it had. The way that they converted the two storylines together towards the middle gave it a sense of, you know, I don't know what to say here, like greatness, I would say. It was perfect the way they did it. It was, um, I wouldn't say perfect, but it was good. It was good enough to keep me interested, throughout the whole entire film. Um, and that way it gives a negative thing for audiences to look at because otherwise you're gonna hear, I should say, you're gonna hear, oh my god, what happened, why, how did that happen, where were they, you're gonna want to hear the other part of that story. And then what other film directors do is they go and film another version of the movie, or the sequel, and basically have the same cast. They show a little bit at the beginning and then they do it again. Nobody wants that. Everyone, it's all filmmakers. They always want money. It's always them. But this had both storylines, which is great for you to look at. Since it was a true story, they actually went very graphic with the details in this film. There are multiple, and I mean multiple scenes of the destruction of the tsunami, and the pain and the sadness. It was just the whole outlook of this tragedy was just mind-boggling. And I felt every bit of their pain and the sadness throughout this film. And throughout the whole entire film. And I'm gonna say this, and believe me when I say this, you're gonna wanna. I flipped out when I said it to myself. Bring some fucking tissues because you will cry through this movie. I guarantee you. I guarantee it. You know you did. Shut up. You know you did. All right. Yeah. I cried like at least twice in this movie. It was very heartwarming. It gives a sense of, it makes you think about life and certain things. It was very interesting. A very interesting feeling. I did have a problem with this movie, and I know what you're thinking. I can't believe you do have a problem with this movie, but it's a small one. They had like these awkward blackout and quiet scenes. Like she'll get knocked around when she's getting knocked around by the wave, and she gets hit by a tree or a chair. Maybe I think she gets hit with. Um, it will just black out. Now I get that I get the aspect of that part. You want to keep the audience interested. Like you're like, oh, she blacked out. She's unconscious. That's what you want in the film. So I get that, but to keep it slow and to elongate that is not all right. Because again, you're gonna give the audience a negative effect on that, which is what you don't want in a movie. You want the audience to come out saying, "Oh my God, I loved it. You should go see it. You should check this out." Not the whole screen was black at like 10, like minutes on end. You don't want that. The look was very intense. It was completely serious. There was no laughing matter in this film. Um, I do recommend this film. I did, and like I said, I did cry in this film. So I guarantee that you probably will too. The casting in here was great. Naomi Watts and Ewan McGregor. That's how you say it, right? Right? Okay, just making sure. Um, they they had decent chemistry together. I I did see the picture. They do show a picture of the actual people who were in this tragedy, and they sort of look like each other. Like, apparently Naomi Watts is blonde. They didn't make her go brunette. I believe the hair color of the other woman is, but that's pretty much it. Um, the kids were newbies to this, so if you can, especially, I do recommend this film, especially if you're strong enough to handle it. You like I said again multiple times, you will cry in this film. Um, it's pretty much a straight B plus. The story was there; it was a true story, so it worked. Obviously, the acting was good, good chemistry. The direction it took was good because again, it was a true story, so it had flow. It was brought in the right it was he directed it the right way. It was directed the right way. The visuality is very well done. I I cringed at every second she was hit. It was pretty intense. So check this out. My next review will be Stand Up Guys. So stay tuned.